What's up guys, my name is Essen and welcome back to another episode of Dirty Bomb. Today we're going to talk a little bit about community skins. So I've had this idea for quite a while now, and I even talked about it with my friends and some online friends as well, that the idea of community made skins just like CSGO would be absolutely awesome, and I think it wouldn't even be too hard to add in, and I'm going to talk about the way I would do it, and I would like to see them implemented, the system into Dirty Bomb. So of course most people do know how the skins work in CSGO. You have people that upload it to the Steam workshop. How they make it I don't really know, but probably a lot of people in Dirty Bomb community that can do that and have background to do so. But they upload it to the Steam workshop and people can upvote it and try it in game and whatever. And then every month or two or whatever, Valve, in this case it would be of course Splash Damage, picks a few nice skins, the top voted ones, the best ones. Of course they check it for copyright shit and maybe some abusive language or I don't know, dirty pictures or whatever, and they put them into the cases and they release it. So this is of course a really awesome system, and it works out extremely well for Valve. They are making millions, the people who upload them even get a part, and that's the nice thing about it. I think that should also be something that should be accomplished with Splash Damage and Dirty Bomb. But how I think it should work, you have people that upload their skins. Of course in Dirty Bomb it would be not only the skin for the gun, the pistol, but also the whole like character loadout, so that would be a little bit more work, but you can do a lot more stuff and make it extremely nice. Of course we have seen some really insane cards already, like the Logitech ones are personally my favorites. Absolutely amazing with the blue and the black and the dark blue. Really nice cards. I would love to see more of those, maybe in different color schemes, even if Splash Damage decides to not leave it up to the community but wants to keep everything inside, to control everything themselves. Even if they just would change the color schemes on the current existing cards, that would be great. So of course people know we have the different rarity of cards. We have the leads, irons, bronze, silver, gold, and of course cobalt, and you have some extra ones like the event ones, the obsidian ones, etc. Most people do know, at least I hope, is that the silver, the gold and the cobalt have also different variants of skins. So for instance the silver has urban and carbon, gold has bamboo, crown and Swiss, and then cobalt has the fragment and shard, which probably shard is the most favorite of the bunch from all of the skins. Those Swiss is also highly sought after. What I would love to see is them implementing the skins maybe once every month. They could do that by doing updates, but they could also do it with silent updates, patches or whatever. And then here's the thing that's really interesting, because I'm really inspired and I would love to see its rate-up system like CSGO, where you have like actual percentages based on the stuff you put in. So I would love to see them, for instance, in the normal equipment cases, have a 1% chance of getting a community skin. But the catch is that you can get it on every single rarity of cards. So you can get a lead community skin, but you can also get a cobalt lead skin or a cobalt community skin. Of course, a cobalt from the start is just 1 in 1,000, and then you have, like I said, 1%. So you have 1 in 100,000 cards that is a cobalt community skin. So extremely rare, at least from the normal equipment cases. The lead ones though would be around 1 in 100 as well, of course, and you get a shitload of lead ones, so those wouldn't be as rare. And why do I want to see them adding the community skins to all of the rarities? Because of trading, not only trading up, but also the trade system that hopefully they will add in soon, also similar to CSGO. I know I base off a lot of stuff from CSGO because you have to look at that game. That game has done something right. That game, a lot of games are based off CSGO, the system. They are copying it, and I don't really think it's a bad idea. I think, honestly, Dirty Bomb can just copy everything from CSGO, but do it in their way. The system in CSGO is working out really well. They are making tons of money, more and more people play it. I mean, the game is now 10 times more popular than it was in release, so that's really something. But yeah, but like I was saying, you have a 1% chance of getting a community skin or a skin that Splash Damage is made. It doesn't really matter, but those are like really nice, and like I said, you can get them on any rarity. Also, another thing is that there would be, for instance, at start 10 community skins, and you have 1% chance to get any of those, so you have like a 0.1% chance of getting any specific community skin. And then the trade system I want to also also change. So currently, of course, you put in 3 cards, you can pick the merc you want, and then you get a random card for that merc, and you can also put in 3 stokers, and you can choose a red eye or whatever you want. I would love to see whatever you put in is the chance you get, just like CSGO. This would be both good and bad for some people. For me, it would be good because I have a shit ton of cards. So you have to imagine that if you want to trade up to a BL32, you have to put in some lead BL32s, or at least one, and you have a 33% chance of getting that card. And this also would mean that you can't trade up for any specific merc. You have to put in, for instance, 3 red eyes to get a red eye. If you put in 1 red eye and 2 stokers, you have a 2 and 3 chance to get a stoker. This way of trading up would also kind of resolve the RNG, which a lot of people dislike, because now you have an actual input yourself which card you're gonna get. But then the interesting part, if they go and change it to this system, is that if you put in, for instance, 1 lead community card and 2 other leads, you have a 33% chance of getting a iron community card, which is of course the community skin but with 2 augments. This would mean that the chance of trading up is bigger than actually getting it in cases, which is nice. Also, it would create a lot more value to the community lead cards if trading becomes a thing, and it becomes a thing with money. And why I think this is a really nice system, I know I don't really explain it too well, but the lead or the normal cases would have a 1% chance, the expert cases have a 5% chance, and the elites have a 10% chance of getting a community skin. On the rarities stay the same if they wish. I'm fine with that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people will maybe think it's worth putting down the insane amount of money, at least as it is currently, for some elite cases, because you have, first off, you have of course a higher chance of getting higher rarities, but you also have a 10% chance of getting a community skin, which will be like really rare. It will be comparable to the obsidians as they are right now, and this would create some really interesting pricing on the Steam market, which I think would be nice. For instance, the lead community cards would be 10 times as much as a normal lead, so giving leads actually a value, or at least some of them. Also, that would mean that some really good loadouts would be worth more, and considerably worth more than some of the worst ones. So this is just my idea of adding in the community skins. Of course, they can go and just add community skins in separate cases, or make them only premium, the expert cases or elite cases. That would be fine, I think, but a lot of people wouldn't be happy with that, because a lot of people don't want to spend money. I'm okay with spending money, definitely if there is a trade system and you have those really nice cards. They have to be nice, that's a good thing. Also, the loadouts of course have to be good. They are planning to add in the 2nd generation of cards, which hopefully will allow for some more balanced cards with better augments. Of course, right now we have Pineapple Juggler, which is awful, and we have Gould, which on the MG is also pretty awful and useless in execution. So hopefully they're going to attack that, and hopefully we'll see some new skins anyways with the 2nd generation, because I think that would be kind of an overhaul to the whole system anyways. They have been telling us that they are planning to change the whole UI, make it more friendly, even though I think it is quite friendly as is, but that will be quite interesting. Of course, another thing, adding a option to buy multiple regular equipment cases at once, instead of clicking a million times if you buy 10 cases. So yeah, that is basically my idea. I know I haven't explained it too well. I hope you still got it, and I hope you love the idea. Leave a comment if you have some suggestions how they could make it even better, how they can improve it. Maybe you totally disagree with me and you want to see something totally different, or you're fine, or you don't even care at all about the skins, which I know there are some people, but most people do like the skins. So that's basically it for this video. Please leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.